Hi, Kwezi. These are your spelling words for the week. We have 15 words. Let's start off by reading them. Whip, whip, wheel, wheel, whale, whale, white, white, whisk, whisk, when, what, why, who, whisper, whisper, whistle, whistle, big, big, bee, bee, bean, bean, because. Okay, what you will notice with most of your words from number 1 until number 10, all of your words have a W and an H. A W and an H. So where we have color-coded the WH in green, the sound that you will hear when you read W and H is W. So they are working together to make one sound, but the green ones are making the W sound, W. And then the red one is making the H sound, H. So here, the sound that we will hear for WH is H. But in the rest of your words, the sound that we will hear for WH is W. Okay? So let's start by making the sounds in the word whip. Whip. The sounds you can hear in the word whip are W, I, P. Whip. W, I, P. Whip. And how do we spell the word whip? W-H-I-P. Whip. W-H-I-P. Whip. W-H-I-P. Whip. And we write it down. W-H-I-P. Whip. W-H-I-P. Whip. The word is wheel. Wheel. What are the sounds we hear in the word wheel? W, E, L. Wheel. W, E, L. Wheel. How do we spell the word wheel? W-H-E-E-L. Wheel. W-H-E-E-L. Wheel. W-H-E-E-L. Wheel. W-H-E-E-L. Wheel. Have you ever heard the song, "The wheels on the bus go round and round"? Wheel. Wheel. How do we spell wheel? Let's write it down. W-H-E-E-L. Wheel. And this word is whale. Whale. What are the sounds in the word whale? W, A, L. Whale. W, A, L. Whale. And how do we spell it? W-H-A-L-E. Whale. W-H-A-L-E. Whale. W-H-A-L-E. Whale. And we write it down. W-H-A-L-E. Whale. The word is white. White. And the sounds are W, I, T. White. W, I, T. White. And how do we spell it? W-H-I-T-E. White. W-H-I-T-E. White. W-H-I-T-E. White. And we write it down. W-H-I-T-E. White. The word is whisk. Whisk. And the sounds are w, I, s, k. Whisk. W, I, s, k. Whisk. And let's spell it. W-H-I-S-K. Whisk. W-H-I-S-K. Whisk. W-H-I-S-K. Whisk. And we write it down. W-H-I-S-K. Whisk. The word is when. When. And the sounds are w, e, n. When. W, e, n. When. And we spell it W-H-E-N. When. W-H-E-N. When. W-H-E-N. When. And we write it down. W-H-E-N. When. The word is what. What. The sounds are w, a, t. What. W, a, t. What. And we spell it W-H-A-T. What. W-H-A-T. What. W-H-A-T. What. And we write it down. W-H-A-T. What. The word is why. Why. And the sounds are w, I. Why. W, I. Why. You will notice that the letter Y in the word why sounds like I for ice cream. W, I. Why. And we spell it W-H-Y. Why. W-H-Y. Why. W-H-Y. Why. Why are you doing that? How do we, let's write it down. W-H-Y. Why. Why are you doing that? The word is who. Who. The sounds we hear are h, ooh. Who. H, ooh. Who. Who is that? How do we spell who? W-H-O. Who. W-H-O. Who. W-H-O. Who. And we write it down. W-H-O. Who. The word is whisper. Whisper. And the sounds are w, I, s, p, whisper. W, I, s, p, whisper. And we spell it W-H-I-S-P-E-R. Whisper. W-H-I-S-P-E-R. Whisper. W-H-I-S-P-E-R. Whisper. And we write it down. W-H-I-S-P-E-R. Whisper. The word is whistle. Whistle. And the sounds that we hear in the word whistle are w, I, s, l. Whistle. W, I, s, l. Oh. The sounds in the word whistle are w, I, s, l. Whistle. W, I, s, l. Whistle. W, I, s, l. Whistle. And the spelling is W-H-I-S-T-L-E. Whistle. W-H-I-S-T-L-E. Whistle. We'll start with whistle in the next video because